Welcome to another episode of Crime Chronicles. This is a kind of a subset to our Shepherd Station podcast where myself and my partner here, Eric Duhame, talk about some stories from our law enforcement careers. Some funny, some sad, some with lessons, some that don't really have a lesson to them, but they are entertaining, in fact. But
somewhere we taste Jesus. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the last one.
That was the last one
we talked to. But this particular story here happened, best of my recollection, this was early in my law enforcement career when I was on night shift with the sheriff's office. This was in 1988, I believe. We got a call to a home invasion. Yeah, it was a home invasion in the Kinsey community of Houston County. We got on the scene and found out there was this farmer that lived there, him and his wife, and we got on the scene. There was blood everywhere, all over the floor. Mm-hmm. Both the farmer and his wife were both injured. They were both wearing the same thing. They were both wearing a pair of overalls and a pair of rubber boots because they'd been working in a hog pen earlier that afternoon before this occurred. Anyway, this farmer, and you know how people are. Some people have a lot of money. And maybe don't look like they have a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But this particular farmer, he had went to the Ford dealership here in Dothan and bought a new truck a couple of days earlier and paid cash. I mean, like, pulled it out of his bib overalls pocket and paid cash for a new pickup truck. Well, there was a salesman that was working there, and he had been on some drugs and had some drug issues. He was an addict.
Say it ain't so.
And so he decided, hey, if this guy's got all this cash to buy this new truck with, then he must have a bunch of cash around his house. Mm-hmm. So he shows up at this farmer's house about 10, 11 o'clock at night, knocks on the door. Farmer opens the door, and the guy's got a shotgun. It's just a single shot shotgun. Mm-hmm. And he goes in the house, holds them at gunpoint. He rips the phone off the wall so that they can't go. This is before cell phones, before anybody had a cell phone. So He rips the phone off the wall so they can't call 911 for help. He ends up striking the farmer's wife with the shotgun. The farmer gets really, really upset about that, of course. And then he grabs a hold of the shotgun, and him and the guy's going at it. And this guy's much younger. I believe the farmer, this man, I'm not going to call any names, but I remember his name very well. But I think he was 67 years old at the time. Mm-hmm. And this guy, the car salesman that was there trying to rob him, he was probably mid-20s, maybe at the most. So he should have been physically superior, but
you would think.
I guess he sat around waiting for people to come buy cars all day while this old farmer was out working.
He had that old country strength.
So anyway, they get in a tussle over the shotgun, and he takes the shotgun away from the robber. Mm-hmm. And he beats him across the head with it. And when we get there, the shotgun's like the stock's broken, the barrel's bent on the shotgun.
He bent the barrel.
And there's probably a place on the floor as big as these three tables where blood is soaked into the carpet.
Where's the bad guy?
Suspect's gone. We don't know where he's at. Well, the farmer he thought he killed the guy. Mm-hmm. And after he beat him down and thought he was dead, he actually went to a neighbor's house so that he could call 911 to get the sheriff's office and ambulance and to respond. Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, after we got there, turns out one of our other deputies on the south end of the county, he runs up on this guy, the perpetrator. He runs up on him, passed out in his car at a store down south of Rehoboth. Mm-hmm. And this guy is just he was trying to get back home. He lived down in the Panhandle of Florida, but this guy was trying to get home, but he was a bloody mess. I mean, his head was gashed open in about 4 different places where this old man, this farmer, had taken this shotgun. I mean, and it just wore this guy out. I actually don't know how he ever regained consciousness and was able to get up and get back in his vehicle and drive as far as he did before he basically passed out. Got him to the hospital. I remember meeting the ambulance at the hospital when they got him up there, and I think they put like 175 stitches in this guy's head. But I saw the perpetrator years after that. I've not known him to get arrested anymore, but I think he got some good rehab that night.
Well, I think
for
there's
his drug problem.
There's a very strong lesson to be learned in that. This is one of those lesson shows. It doesn't matter the age. All you young guys out there, never underestimate an old man.
That's right.
Especially
That's right.
one that really loves his family and his wife, because they'll surprise you.
Exactly. So that was one of those with a lesson there, and it was we had to kind of chuckle at the perpetrator when they got him to the hospital. You know, and I think I might have had a couple of smart words to say to him about messing with an old farmer too that day.
What did he say?
But I don't think he was in shape to say anything. He was bleeding so bad, his hair was matted with blood, and like I said, he had three or four big gashes in his head.
That sounds like justice to me.
Where the man had struck him across the head with the barrel of that shotgun.
Sounds like justice to me.
Yeah, so an easy target turned out not to be such an easy target there. So
That's a good day.
yeah, oh yeah. Thank y'all for joining us.